Hey everyone, it is Thursday, September 7th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a very good day so far. I'm in a good place and excited for a productive session as usual. Today we're going to hit some online classes. I'll update you guys with what I'm doing there. Going to hit a super light drum practice, and then just getting on the production front. I'm probably going to try to set up my vocal isolation booth and start to get a feel for that, which I'm really excited about. And then I may take a few more passes at the solo depending on sort of how the session goes. I'm not feeling like 1,000% physically, so it could be a good time to try some things with that, or maybe just try it slowly and work on some of the nuances. Or it may be just a good time to wait until Saturday to get that fully tracked. But this week has been a challenge as far as staying on track with this record, and I'm looking forward to taking some lessons from that and just improving my process going forward. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's get right into the session. All right, guys, good session overall. Definitely some big letdowns, but that's just part of the game sometimes. Came into the session, feeling good. Got on the online class front and just moved forward with more about the Facebook platform. And the major takeaways from that today mostly revolved around how to set up your Facebook profile and how the instructor likes to set up her stuff as far as like who can comment on the page and what odd type of audience she targets and what kind of content she shares and how she gathers the content and distributes that, which is it's all really small picture stuff, but it's really valuable. I think the analogy would be like finger placement on the fretboard of your guitar. It's like that's really micro game stuff, but it makes a huge difference in the overall vibe of the music and the part and the whole experience of you as an artist and your brand and all that stuff. So it's definitely, getting deeper into the business aspect of things, and I can feel a different part of my mind and self sort of taking over that piece, which I think is good. I have concerns as an independent artist who is also integrating business aspects into my art. Like, I don't want those worlds. I want those worlds to harmonize, but not be too closely connected, because I don't want my art to start to become just a business. Like, I'm okay starting a business focused around my art and making sure that the art stays true to itself and its vision. But the moment that I feel like, oh, I should make a Christmas track this year, even though I would never make a Christmas track just to like make some money, that that's not that appealing, honestly. I mean, maybe there'll be a day where I'll be like, what would be killer? A Christmas track, and that's fine. I'm okay with that if it's authentic, but I think you guys get my point. But business is a huge interest of mine, so I'm just excited to learn about social media marketing in general, and it's a really nice plus that it has to do with music, which I'm already very passionate about, and also gives me opens up the possibility of living a great lifestyle of, possibly subsisting on music and doing music full time for a while, which would just be honestly dream come true. So worked on that. Did a little bit more out of my harmony class, just learning about some minor key power progressions. And progressions are just chord progressions that have stood the test of time and been used in a lot of hit songs, basically proven that they have a certain power behind them. And the two common ones I was looking at today are just the one flat 7 if you're in a minor key. So that'd be A and G if you're in the key of A minor. Um, and then the 1767, which I thought was interesting, and there's a variant of that which is the 1765. And that's interesting because if you think about the relative major key, what you're doing is going 6 5 4 3 in the relative major. And if that doesn't make any sense to you, and you want me to explain that in a future video, let me know. But if you understand what I'm talking about, it's just an interesting progression to think about. So, some hit songs with that progression are like All Along the Watchtower, which I can definitely hear it. Listening back to it has that kind of walking down effect in the progression. So that was cool. I'm completely, utterly fascinated by music theory and pop music song structure and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just soaking up everything in that class as much as I possibly can. Moved on to a relatively short drum practice. Like I said, I was feeling a little fatigued at the beginning of the session physically, so I kept it pretty light on that front, and that's been 2 drum sessions this week that have sort of fallen prey to me just being fatigued, and so that lets me know I probably need to just alter the things I'm doing outside my musical practices on a physical level to make sure that I have enough energy to devote that's appropriate to my goals with the big picture of my life. So main goal right now is music, music, music. Then I moved from that to opening up my Isovox, which I mentioned I got yesterday, and it's visibly, has a lot of visible wear on it, which is a bummer. I immediately opened the box and was bummed out that the tape was ripped on the inside covering stuff, and I thought, shucks, did they send me a reboxed item? And it looks like they did, which is really sad because they charged me full brand new price for the item when it's not brand new. There's visible signs of wear on it. There's dirt on the outside. There's scratching on the inside material. Some of the logos are crooked. The glue has come apart in one piece. And it sucks. It's such a bummer when people do that, and maybe they didn't know. Maybe it was unintentional. Maybe someone shipped it back to them and lied to them and said that they, didn't open it, but they actually had. And, or maybe it just came from the factory like that. I don't know. But either way, that is not a good feeling, especially on a really expensive item like that. So it's not that big of a deal because it doesn't really affect the functionality of the booth, but at the same time, as a customer, it's like, what the heck, guys? I have a relationship with this vendor, and they sent me this thing without a discount that's not brand new. That's just not appropriate given the other options I have for buying it. So that is frustrating, and I definitely just did my best not to let the emotions of that take over. It's just that stuff happens sometimes, and it's certainly not personal, and I don't want to make it about me or take it personally. But the really frustrating thing was I was like, well, now I'm taking my music time up to email these people and tell them that they sent me a crappy product, and I have to take pictures of, I don't know. It's just not a good experience. We've all had that experience of paying for something really. I'm paying top dollar for this thing, man. I don't even think it's worth what I'm paying for it, but it's the only thing really on the market like it. So it's like, well, I'm making this record. I want to make it as good as it possibly can be. So I'll see if they've got another one in stock. I'll see if they'll send me a brand new one. Maybe they'll give me a discount for the trouble. I'm not sure. I would be fine if they sent me a brand new one now, and then I can send this one back to them when that one arrives. I probably will not order from them ever again. But if they treat me right on the return front, then I'm not going to publicly, denounce them. If it doesn't go well, then, I'll share with everybody, this is not as good of a business as it used to be, and I've had good experiences with them in the past, but this one sucked, and, that's too bad. But we'll see. I'll give them an opportunity to, make it right. Everyone makes mistakes, and I don't want to be too quick to judge. There's just no reason for that. So we'll see. But it's a bummer, and it definitely sets me back a little bit. But like I said, that's part of progress. Part of moving forward is confronting setbacks and dealing with them as artfully as possible, and just recognizing that setbacks are a symptom of you trying to push forward and just meeting resistance with that, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If it's a sign that you're really pushing yourself and moving forward and meeting your own expectations and what's required for you to reach your goals, then it's could be a good sign. But it's still not the result we want, right? It's not like, oh yeah, everything's clicking on all cylinders here. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding toward your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing. And I am off tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on Saturday for more. And we are going to kill it on Saturday. Tracking this guitar solo, I just listened back to the old takes, and they're okay, but it's got to be better, and we're gonna make it righteously wicked. So, see you guys then.